This is the F4W Peak, and it's made by, so it's sort of a hero eco company, F4W. They make A to B, they make some pretty cool bikes, and this is the entry-level, sort of basic, but well-accessorized bike in their line. So it's kind of around that $2,000 mark, and you get, you know, nice suspension fork here. This one actually has lockout. They have another one called the Ride. It does not, and it's a little bit, you know, it's like a low step kind of thing with a rack. This one I think is meant to look more like off-road with this little fender on the front and on the rear. They're not, you know, they're not super stable, and frankly I think going off-road with this thing would be a little bit jarring, but it's nice that they include the stuff, and I think it actually looks pretty good. It's great that they include a kickstand, since electric bikes tend to be a little bit heavier, and frankly I think, you know, most people are going to use this in the city. It's also got an adjustable sort of a stem here, which is nice. It's sort of basic, so if you let that get loose, it can start to come even looser going over curbs and stuff. Keep that in mind. The nice bell, ergonomic grips, Tektro brake levers that cut power to the motor, which is sweet, and then all the cables are routed through the frame, so it's not bad. It's not a bad design. The V-brake front and rear are going to give you good stopping power, but it's not like a disc brake thing where you'd actually go off-road and try to keep the rotors clean and dry. This is really just sort of a souped up city bike that's very entry level. We got the rear light here and a front light that are nice to have, but again, not super solid feeling, and they require their own batteries. They're not integrated or anything, so it's nice to have. They chose well, but this is just a little bit lower end. You got the bottle cage braze-ons, which I really appreciate, and frankly the chain, these are just plastic, but they've got a nice chain guide here. There's no chain cover, so you know your pants could get a little bit dirty, but this still helps to keep it on track. And the pedals, again, a little bit more basic. The gears here, you get 8-speed Shimano Alivio, so decent stuff, and that's good range for climbing, you know, cruising around the city, getting up hills and things like that. And yeah, the way that the bike's set up with the adjustable seat and everything is nice. I would call this like the guy's bike, because they do obviously have the step-through version, the F4W Ride. It's going to be a little bit shorter frame, a little bit easier to mount, so if you're a little bit taller, this would be a good option for you. I'm going to hop into the drive specs now. So this is a 350 watt 8-fun or Bafang motor from China that is, you know, it's kind of like decent quality, sort of the mass produce, but it's geared. You're going to get a little bit of extra torque, and it's lightweight, and it freewheels, so you're not going to get any drag or anything. It's good. It climbs pretty well, and it blends in with this nice black color, which is cool. The battery pack, I really like the design here. It's lithium-ion cells, which are going to last a long time. They're a little bit lighter weight, and it's 36 volt, 9 amp hours. So that's, you know, kind of standard size. You can unlock it and sort of tips off like this. You can charge it inside, which is great. You can keep it out of the elements, away from hot and cold conditions, and just, you know, make the bike lighter if you need to transport this thing on your car or something like that. To get the bike going, you just use this sort of toggle switch to turn it on, and then this display, you press the power button and it brings it up. There are 3 levels of assist. So right now we're in pedal assist level 3. At any time in pedal assist, you can use the twist throttle to get basically as much power as that assistance level would give you. So if you're in like level 1, the throttle is only it's going to be kind of weak. Level 3, you're going to get more assist. And then they've got 0. And this, it sort of boggles me a little bit, because you can't use the throttle in 0. It's just nothing. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity, because you can get nothing by turning the system off. I feel like that should have been throttle only mode. The way that the assist works on this bike, it uses sort of like a torque sensor. You can see this spring and this little configuration in there. When you push on the pedals, it activates a torque sensor in there, and that gives you a smoother activation of the motor. So sometimes you'll see like Pedelec, they have a little circular plastic disc with magnets, and it's just sensing that your cranks are moving. This one's actually sensing how hard you're pushing. But unfortunately, the way it's set up, it feels awkward. As you're pedaling, you almost feel the cranks like springing this thing, and it changes it just doesn't feel stiff. It doesn't feel instantaneous like on a regular bicycle. When you pedal, it's smooth, it's consistent. On this one, it's like, and it's hard to describe, but it's just not very satisfying, I guess is what I would say. I'm in 0, so I'm gonna try to show you, like if I, push down on this crank, do you see that? See how it's like, that play right there? That's the torque sensor, basically, and it's not doing anything because the bike's in 0 mode, but that's what I'm talking about. And it doesn't seem like much, but when you're riding it, it really kind of, it plays with my mind, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna hop on and give you some idea of what the motor sounds like. To ride it in electric mode is fairly satisfying because the pedal assist is responsive, especially in level 3. It's more responsive than the throttle. The throttle's almost delayed. It's like if I twist the throttle, it kind of takes a moment. That actually felt pretty instantaneous, but in my other ride test, it feels a little delayed. So here's the pedal assist. Not bad. As with their other bikes, it's 20 mile per hour top speed on this thing. Street legal, take it out on the bike paths, and it's relatively quiet. That time it was a little bit more delayed when I did the throttle, so I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's the F4W Peak. For the full written review on this, more details and pictures and stuff, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.